So some of the key takeaways that we had from doing the analyses going back to the citywide plan in 22 and taking it through the study as it is today, site-specific conditions are definitely important for considering what practices would or could be used on a site. As we talked a little bit ago, peak flow reduction requirements, how they are sizing those facilities to mitigate those peak flows often has a positive benefit and reduces sediment and phosphorus, pollutant loads, quite nicely as well. Infiltration, I think, even at low rates, can be very helpful for facilities. A lot of developers just choose not to consider that. They look at the checklist, like, I've got a soil type, it's not appropriate, blah, 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 they move on. We have looked at sites within the city. In fact, some of the airports are the most recent sites that we looked at, found that with infiltration tests, you can show that the infiltration rates going on in those locations are much higher than the DNR would allow you to use as kind of standard practice in their guidance documents. And so if you have a facility that utilizes infiltration as well as another component, they can do quite a bit better if they did some testing to see what the infiltrative capabilities are. And cost is very, highly variable depending on the site, the practices chosen, et cetera. We did find some of our sites and some of the practices we considered would be more expensive. We actually found one or two that were equal, maybe even less expensive. Again, assuming that was a practice that was agreeable to that particular owner.